Hi guys, this is Leticia Oliveira. I am a holistic non-toxic health expert and the founder of the Easy Way to Live Well method. And today I want to share with you my story so that you know why I have this company called Easy Way to Live Well and why it is my life's calling and mission to help as many people as I can, and that includes you, live your best, healthiest life you can possibly live, feeling fulfilled, inspired, happy, the easy way. So, I'm originally from Brazil and I lived most of my life there until the age of 17 years old when I moved to the US because I fell in love and I was gonna got engaged and I was going to marry this man. So through that marriage, I thought I was happy. I thought it was gonna be magical and amazing. But he was very controlling mentally. He really wanted me to, basically he was the breadwinner. He was the ones that was providing for me and him. And basically my place was just to comply with whatever he was saying. And I had no voice. And I just needed to do what he said. And I was together with this man for 10 years. And by being with this man that I thought I was going to be with forever, I got extremely depressed. I developed anxiety. I fell into depression. It used to be so bad that I would be laying in my closet, my walk-in closet, for days and weeks, and I'll leave my house in my pajamas in complete darkness, and I wanted like no contact with the world. And I started taking prescription pills, antidepressants. I started gaining weight. My hair started falling out. I started developing extreme fatigue. And I started abusing alcohol on and off. And looking back, I was extremely unhappy. And because I was so unhappy in my life in so many ways, I started developing all these symptoms, right? And I really felt out of control. Until one day, I couldn't take it anymore. And I walked away from this marriage. We got divorced after 10 years of being together. We were married for like 8 years. I was extremely young. I was 18 years old. And basically, I let him go. And I started finding my place in life and having a career and really really just finding my place in the world and my voice and dating and having fun, things that somebody in their 20s should have experience and that I didn't have a chance to because I was married at 18 years old. And I started feeling better and happier, but I still was feeling lost, like I wasn't sure what I was meant to do in life. I really just wanted to focus on fun, and I traveled a lot and things like that, and I'm so grateful that I did that. Then many years later, I ended up in this other relationship with this man And we fell in love, and we got engaged, and we were going to get married, and we did. And I thought that was it, that was gonna be my fairy tale, and everything was gonna be amazing because I was already in my 30s, and I thought I knew who I was, but literally being an I was still a newlywed. We got, after like 3 months after we got married, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and I underwent not one but 2 thyroidectomies. First, they took out half of my thyroid because there were modified cancer cells. But then I stayed in the hospital and everything, and then a week later, I had to go back to remove the other half because they found more cancer cells on the other side. And that changed me profoundly. I started questioning everything in my life. It was definitely the beginning of my awakening into my health and wellness journey and to finding myself. I started really researching everything that was healthy. I would go in midnight searches on Google and just really listening to a lot of seminars from doctors and experts, because I was determined to heal myself and live my best life for the rest of my life, because I had been faced with my mortality, right? I was diagnosed with cancer. So I basically wanted to start over. And I really wanted to learn how to eat properly, how to live really well, so that I would never have to go through this experience again. This, looking back, was the best experience that I could have ever had. And I'm so grateful that I had thyroid cancer, because it taught me so many lessons. And it helped me find my passion, and here I am. Shortly after that, as I was going through my health and wellness discovery, really like embracing the non-toxic living, detoxing my house, detoxing myself, I switched to consuming organic products, buying better foods, and really cleaning my diet, really investing in vitamins, and really embracing the health and wellness journey. Not even a year later, my husband at the time had a very serious accident, and that changed the course of our life completely, because he almost died. He was supposed to be dead, because a lot of people that were around him in this accident that were right by him passed away, and for the amount of injuries he sustained physically and also like psychological, the doctors didn't know like how he was alive. So I went from newlywed to having thyroid cancer and starting over with my health and wellness and really healing myself, to having to juggle that with, and my own healing, right, and my own recovery, juggling that with becoming a 24/7 nurse and caretaker to my husband that was bedridden, that depended on me 24/7 to help him with his injuries, Basically anything and everything that he needed, I was there for him. After he had his accident, I would say a year later, as I was recovering and he was recovering, completely unplanned, I got pregnant. With my daughter, and it's definitely was a blessing at the time, but I just didn't see it because I was recovering, he was recovering, and I was not counting on that being the perfect time to have a child, right? And that man also, as he was recovering, because he had so many traumatic brain injuries, he was diagnosed with PTSD, and he was developing depression and other diagnosed health conditions, that he started abusing me emotionally 24/7. And I was confined to our house, taking care of this man 24/7, because he was my husband. And I was raised to believe that when you're married, you dedicate your whole life to your husband and to your family, and this is what you're supposed to do. And I didn't even know he was emotionally abusing me. He was just screaming at me a lot and really just being extremely abusive, like a 24/7 bully that would never go away. And I really felt like I was losing my mind, and I felt trapped and lost. Like there was no way out. And then I found out I was pregnant, and I was trying to get this man better, because in my mind, if I was providing him, helping him get all the care that he needed with all the doctors that he needed, he was gonna get better, he was gonna heal himself, and I would have my husband back, the man that I loved when I married him before his accident, right? That was a totally different person, because I woke up one day and my husband was gone, and I was married to this person that I had never chosen, had never met, that was just constantly abusing me. I went through my pregnancy really being a 24/7 caretaker, and being abused, and healing myself, right? Making sure I was the healthiest that I could be, to never go through cancer again or any other disease that would compromise my life and my health. And now I was choosing to be the best I could be for my unborn child. And that I lived. And I would cry myself to sleep. I was extremely depressed, and I really was just existing in a constant fog. I really, I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror. It was just that bad. So after my daughter was born, I focused all my energy to her, and I was still taking care of my husband at the time, but he was doing better physically, not mentally. The abuse was still going on, and I was doing much better, right? From fully recovered from my thyroid cancer, and I was on a routine, like on a healthy eating schedule, and I already had my house being healthy. I was already like consistently living my healthy, non-toxic lifestyle to maintain my optimal health. So I was focused mainly on my daughter. And she was born, and after a few weeks old, she started not sleeping, crying all the time with so much colic. She would like just constantly need to be held. She was awake most nights. I was so fortunate to be able to breastfeed her, and that would help a lot with all the stomach issues that she was having, the colic and all the screaming and crying and being awake in the middle of the night. That really soothed her, and that's really what was able to keep her sleeping whenever I could. But and then when I had to introduce solids to my daughter, she started having really scary reactions. And she would vomit with anything and everything that the pediatrician told me to introduce. It could be banana, it could be avocado, it could be the simplest thing. She was having extreme reactions. I had my mom intuition, my instinct. I knew I had to like look for an allergist, figure out why she was like constantly in pain, constantly screaming. Now she couldn't eat solids. And through the allergist, we found out that me and her dad found out that she had several life-threatening food allergies. She had a lot of like GI issues and a lot of basically healing that she needed for her gastrointestinal tracts. And I went through an elimination diet because I was breastfeeding her, and through all the steps that I researched and that the allergist suggested, I eliminated certain things from my diet, and I saw that my baby was getting better, but I was also getting better. I started losing weight. I started having energy. My hair was falling out less. I had mental clarity. I was like feeling more alive, and that inspired me to keep going and researching more about healing foods and the best way to eat. What are the best foods? What are the best vitamins? What are the best diets? And my rabbit hole into the health and wellness continued because I was so focused on healing my daughter, and at the same time I was healing myself more and more. And I saw that my daughter was getting better and better and better, and she was tolerating more and more foods. And I was cooking more at home because of her, coming up with more healthy recipes. I was researching kid-friendly foods that were still healthy, but she thought she was eating treats. I was just becoming more and more creative, more in tune with health and wellness because of her. And now my daughter is almost 6 years old, and she's completely healthy. Besides like 1 or 2 minor intolerances, because she mostly doesn't like the 2 things, she can eat everything and she feels amazing. She's thriving, she's developing well, and she doesn't have any of the scary food allergies and health issues that she had when she was a baby. And she also had terrible eczema when she was a baby. I forgot to mention that. I healed that too through feeding her better foods, finding out what she couldn't eat, and making different choices for my house, and also for her beauty products, for all, I say beauty products, but like all her personal care products, everything that was in my house. I had standards. They needed to be non-toxic and have the best ingredients because of her food sensitivities and allergies. And that helped so much, because that also, environmental allergies are also all linked, right, with the food allergies. It's another aggravation to the body. So I saw my daughter thriving and healing more and more, and now she's 6 years old and she's healthy, she's thriving, she can eat anything she wants, she's safe to go and be at anybody's house or in any situation. And I know that my daughter won't die, because like up to the first 3 years of her life, I carried an EpiPen everywhere I went, and I would be scared for her life. And it was heartbreaking. It was extremely hard for me as a parent to go through that. It was extremely difficult to eat out, to feed my daughter on the go, and to be in social settings. But we did the best we could, and with my creativities, we always packed foods that were similar to what people were eating, and but had the ingredients that she could tolerate, and healthy ingredients and things like that. And little by little, we healed her. Yeah, and I'm so happy that it worked out for her. And through her healing, I completely healed myself, right? Because I started feeling better, I lost weight, I got my energy, my hair didn't fall out as much, my brain fog and fatigue were gone, and things like that. I was also, I laugh now because looking back, it was so many things I had to deal with in my life journey. I was also, when she was around 3 years old, an orthopedist told me that I would have to have surgery on both of my knees, because I had worn both of my knees extremely. So yeah, basically they wanted to operate both of my knees because I was experiencing extremely pain in my knees. So just want to throw that out there, that I was dealing with. And like I said, I was being abused by this man, and dealing with that too. And when I started healing myself because of my daughter and through my daughter, what I was going through with her, I started healing other areas of my life, and I didn't even know I was doing it. I hired a psychiatrist because I literally thought I was losing my mind for being abused by this man, and I wanted to be the best mom I could possibly be for my daughter. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about this little person that depended on me for her life. And he was the one that told me that I was being mentally, emotionally abused, that was not okay, because I didn't even know. I was just like, I knew I wasn't feeling great in this marriage. I knew I was crying all the time and I was feeling depressed, but yet that I felt this obligation to be with this man, to be married to my husband, because I vowed to be by his side. And that's what I was taught to do when I got married. And that was my second marriage, so I was committed to making it work. And now we had a child together. So this psychiatrist encouraged me. He, through talking many sessions, he basically like pointed out all the things I was telling him and telling me why it wasn't okay, right? And showing me alternatives, showing me possibilities that I couldn't even see, right? And what I was showing my daughter, like what I was basically, what she was gonna grow up around when she was older. He was just sharing different points of view with me and as an outsider, telling me like my story back to me while I was relating to him that was going on a daily basis, what my husband was doing and saying and things like that. And that made me wake up, right? And start having the courage to say that that marriage wasn't okay, that maybe there was more for me. Maybe I didn't need to be with this man. Maybe there was a way out. Maybe there was a different way for me to live. And then through just being opening to change and questioning what I was going through, I found mentors and podcasts and coaches, and just started embracing the health and wellness and spirituality and personal development, and just filling me up with positive people in my life and role models that gave me strength to leave this man. And after that, it was extremely difficult to go through a separation and divorce with a child. And but looking back, that was the best thing that I did, because it completed my health and wellness journey. It brought me back home. It opened so many doors for me, and it helped me find joy. It helped me find my purpose in life. Through all the pain that I went through, I found the biggest blessings. Like, I literally feel emotional right now looking back, because I can tell you right now that my depression, my anxiety, my dysfunctional relationship with alcohol, being on sleeping pills and antidepressants for over a decade, for being mentally and emotionally abused, for having thyroid cancer, for having extreme like joint pain, and having the diagnosis that both of my knees were failing, all that, and having a baby that had extreme life-threatening food allergies, and that was completely unplanned, were the biggest blessings of my life. And all the pain that I went through in my life I'm choosing to turn them into blessings. And I am choosing to turn all the knowledge that I accumulated over decades and decades and decades, going through my health challenges, my daughter's health challenges, and everything else, all the other growth that I went through because of the other the other things that happened in my life. I'm choosing to turn into a blessing, and I'm embracing all this knowledge, this passion that I have for health and wellness and nontoxicliving to help you live your best, most amazing, most vibrant, to help you live your best, most amazing, healthiest, most vibrant life that you can live for yourself, for your family, the easy way. I'm turning my pain and my suffering and all my knowledge to help you, support you, and go along with you in your journey so that you can too heal yourself for whatever is going on in your life or with your family or close people around you. And my story is really, my intention for sharing my story is to inspire you, to motivate you, to wake you up, to show you that there is always a way out. There is always a solution. There is always a way to be healthy, that we deserve to be healthy and happy and fulfilled and energetic, and to live the whatever best, extraordinary life you determine that's meant to be yours. It's up to us to claim that and to feel deserving of it and have the support to do it one step at a time, one easy change at a time. And I got you. I got the knowledge. I went through it. I can share what worked for me, what shared for others around me. And I'll do the research. I'll go to battle for you. I will be on your corner. And I'm not going to be your average girlfriend. I'm going to be here to inspire you, to motivate you, but also to listen to you, to support you, and to keep you moving forward and to show the amazing you that you are and all that you can do, and to celebrate you and to help you heal yourself, to help you be the best, healthiest version of you for you and your family. So I trust that this video that I just recorded for you is helpful, and I am grateful for everything that happened in my life, because now I can help you. I can help people that were in my situation, that are not feeling their best, they're not living their healthiest lives, get to where I am and live their healthiest, most amazing life. I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to send me a DM on Instagram or comment on this video so that I can support you through whatever you're going through right now. Or let me know if you have any other questions about my story. I'm an open book. I'll share with you whatever you want to know. Please subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you as part of my free Facebook community, Easy Way to Live Well. And I'll see you very soon. Sending you so much love.